Unit 9, Material World Possessions. 1, Things and Stuff. Complete the questions with the words and expressions in the box. Number 1, Yasmin.
We have a lot of valuable things.
Right there, it's valuable. Okay, valuable. All right.
Value.
Number 2,
How attached are you to the things your your possessions?
possessions. Yes. 3,
What things do you find hard to throw away or part with?
Hartwick. Yes. Number 4,
What kinds of objects have you collect or accumulate over time?
accumulated over time. Yes. And 5,
What are your main aims or goals?
and Ismael, number 6.
How materialistic are you?
Serialistic. Yes. All right. If you got this, Yasmin, you are correct. And here we go. The next one. Answer the questions from part A with your own information. So, Ismael, please ask Yasmin the questions and Yasmin give your own response.
Of what? Of this?
Yeah, the question's right there on the screen.
Do you own a lot of valuable things? Valuable things?
Actually, I don't have like a relationship with my things. I mean, some people say that they can live with your cell phone on another things. I can live without cell phone or something. I'm not addicted with my things.
So, Yasmin, that's number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, Ismael.
I say number 1.
Yeah, I know, but she didn't have the answer for number 1.
Oh, okay. What things do you find hard to throw away or apart with?
I think are my sneakers, old red cup. It's my favorite cup because my dad gave it to me when I have 12 years.
When you were 12 years old?
Yes.
Nice. Remember, say when I was 12 years old.
What kind of objects have you collected or are or or
Accumulated.
accumulated over time?
I collect pictures, letters, banner, gift from my friends. That's it.
What are your main aims or goals for this coming year?
Buy a motorcycle. Yes.
How materialistic are you?
I'm not materialistic.
You don't want an Italica? You want a Honda motorcycle? It's good. That's a good goal, Yasmin. It really is a motorcycle. Sometimes I want a motorcycle too. Maybe that's a good goal. Inspiration. All right. And well, since Yasmin is here today, I can give you the idiom of the day. Okay, this sometimes happens to a lot of us. This is a good one for you, Yasmin, for Andres, and for me, because we work. Okay, so first I want you to repeat after me. Swamped.
Swamped.
Swamped with work.
Swamped
Work.
with work.
Okay, it means to have too much work to do. All right, and look at the example. I can't take this. Uh-oh, what happened? I can't take this project. I'm already swamped with work. When you are swamped with work, that means you have so much work that you can't do other things. Right? Like maybe you work 80, 100 hours a week. You are swamped with work. Swamped with work. I am usually swamped with work on Fridays. On Fridays, I work from 10 in the morning to 8 p.m. But it's good. I like to be swamped with work. Yasmin, do you like to be swamped with work?
No.
You prefer to relax?
Yes, it's difficult to return my work after the quarantine because my body se desacostumbró. How they...
Yeah. Your body. Um, how can I say that? My body wasn't used to
I
it
I got
anymore.
tired more.
Yeah? Wow. Yes, I feel like that's how I'm going to be when we return to the school. I'm not going to be used to it anymore. Standing, playing games, but it's important to go back, right? So swamped with work. And swamped with, you can use it for other things too. Swamped with homework, swamped with projects, swamped with things, family things. Okay, whenever you are swamped with something, that means you don't have time. You can only do that thing. If you're a university student, oh, I'm swamped with projects. You have too many projects to do. All right. And it can also be a good thing. I am swamped with money. I have too much money. Right? And that is the idiom of the day. Swamped with work. All right. Now let's put it away. And do you remember that yesterday we were talking about the reported speech?
About that.
Okay, I have a question. Um, right now, can you see my whiteboard and my desktop or only the whiteboard? Only the whiteboard?
Only the white one.
What I want. Oops. yesterday, I told you that we're going to be looking at reported speech. Reported speech. Did you think about something important that somebody told you recently or no? No? Okay. Well, anyways, I want to tell you a little bit about reported speech. Um, you know, the verbs like is, am, is, are. These are the verbs in the present. To report these verbs, you make them into was or were. All right. Now, the present becomes the past. The past becomes the past perfect. Remember, the past perfect is had and the past participle. Okay? Will becomes would, can becomes could. All right, in reported speech. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by reported speech? Um, you know, this this morning I was eating chicken, um, and upstairs, you know, because upstairs I have my kitchen. I was eating chicken, and my little brother came to me. His name is Ricardo. Ricardo, and you know, he told me, I want to make a paper airplane with you. You know, like the paper airplane, you fold it, origami, paper airplane. Now, that is what he said. That is the direct speech. This is direct. That is direct. But what happens if I want to report it? I can say this. Ricardo told me that he wanted to make a paper airplane. And this right here is reported. Why? Because I am telling it to you. He told me, I told you. It's reported. What happened to the verb? What happened to the verb, Jackie? Want and wanted. What happened?
Change to past.
Change to the past. All right, very good. This right here is called a shift back. Okay? It's called a shift back. A shift back or to shift back. Okay, so remember, in reported speech, you need to shift back the verbs. That means shift back means to push it. Present, past. Past, past perfect. Will, would, can, could. You push it back into the past. It's called a shift back. All right. So I'm gonna put some famous quotes from different people, and I want you to report them to me. All right. Let's begin with Yasmin. Okay, I can't see. We have a problem. All right. I will start it for you, Yasmin. Albert Einstein said he Yasmin? Are you here?
Yes.
All right. So do you see the quote right there? I have no special talent. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein said he. What is the past of have? Anybody? The past of had?
Had.
That's right. Albert Einstein said he had no special talent. He am is present, Yasmin. How can we put it into the past? Yasmin? Am in the past.
He was.
Yeah. Can you finish it? He was.
Only passionate, not really curious.
Very good. That is the reported speech. Albert Einstein said he had no special talent. He was only passionately curious. And that is the first one. First reported speech. Thank you, Yasmin. Next. Let's see. Another one from Albert Einstein. Jackie, this one is for you. Albert Einstein said,
Logic would
get him
from A to B. Imagination would take him everywhere.
excellent. Very good, Ms. Flores. Okay, that is the reported speech. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein said logic would get him from A to B, but imagination would take him everywhere. All right, Carranza, here. This one is for you with your favorite president. Donald Trump said, Ismael,
Nobody has better respect for intelligence that his.
nobody what?
Nobody has better.
Has? No.
No, had better respect to intelligence that him.
Him. Perfect. Perfect. Donald Trump said nobody had better respect for intelligence than him. Very narcissist, but he is the president. All right, let's see. I have one, two, three. No, I have two more, two more. Come on, Jasmine. Tell me this one. One of my favorite people of all time, Elon Musk. All right, Yasmin. Four. Elon Musk said he
He thought it's possible.
what?
It was possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary.
Excellent. It is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Elon Musk said he thought it was possible for ordinary people to be extraordinary. Excellent. I love it. I love it. And one more for Miss Flores, and it's from your relative, Bruce Lee. All right. So number 5, Jackie. The more we value things, the less we respect ourselves. The verb is value, okay?
Bruce Lee said, the more we, I don't know how to.
It is regular.
Regular, value,
Value, yes.
value things, the less we value ourselves.
Beautiful. I love Bruce Lee. He always has good quotes. Bruce Lee said, the more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Perfect. All right. And this is reported speech. All right. This is reported speech. Do you have any questions with reported speech, or it's pretty easy? It's easy, no? All you do, you change the verb and you change the person. For example, instead of I, if it's a man, he. If it's a woman, she. Him, her. They, them. It's easy or what? Tell me something.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Okay. What do you think, Ismail?
Easy.
Easy. All right. And Yasmin?
Easy.
All right. Well, let us begin. The page for today, my wonderful students, is page 87. So please, if you have your book, go ahead and open it up to that page. July 23rd, 2020. Our objective is to report things that people say. All right, that is our objective, to learn how to report things that people say. Okay? No more to Fernando, Mr. Gatica. All right, Mr. Gatica. Page 87. All right. Let's see. Let's take turns. Yasmin, I want you to read this. Ismail, I want you to read all of this. And Jackie, this. All right. So please begin, Yasmin.
You report the things people say, the verb tense often shift back.
Yes. Yes. And just remember, shift back, present, past, past. Okay, just move it. Ismail, can you read direct, reported, direct, reported, direct, reported, one and one?
Okay. Direct speech, reported speech. Michael Landy is saying that my goal is to destroy all my possessions. His God wants to destroy all his possessions. I want to bury them in the ground. He wanted to bury them in the ground. My father gave me a sheepskin coat. His father had given him a sheepskin coat. I haven't found the right shopping center. He hadn't found the right shopping center. He had been making an inventory. He had been making an inventory.
Beautiful. And Jackie?
When you report information that is still true, the verb tense often remains the same. Someone explained to me that this is what you call performance art.
All right. On the left, I'm going to write the shift backs. All right. Am, is, are becomes was or were. Okay. Present becomes the past. Past becomes the past perfect. Okay. Present perfect becomes the past perfect again. And if you don't know, the past perfect is had plus the past participle. Okay? And also present perfect continuous is now the past perfect continuous. Also can, could, will, would. So let's do this. Yasmin, can you please read the instructions?
Here are some things people say about their conversation. Complete the sentence to report what they say. Compare with a partner. Do you know any people like this?
All right. Well, number one, I'm not at all materialistic. I have very few possessions. I am not. I have. All right, now let's make it into the past. A friend of mine said that he wasn't
At all materialist.
and that he
At
had
position.
very few possessions. Excellent. I will help you with number two as well. Number two, my closets are and I can't stop. All right, someone at work told me that her closets were all full, but she
Don't stop.
very good, couldn't stop buying new clothes. All right, right now you're doing an excellent job. All right, please finish these last four sentences. You have 2 minutes, okay?
He had a whole collection.
Yes, that he had a huge collection.
Comics, books, that I just wasn't
That he just, huh?
wearing.
No, don't have in the past. Do becomes did in the negative form. He didn't have. Room for. All right. And number 6, Jackie.
My neighbors say they would have to have a yard sale to get rid of all the junk they had been buying. A yard sale.
Excellent. 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 All right. Do you have this? Is it okay? Do you understand it? All right. No means yes, and yes means no. He doesn't want to be erased. I want to erase it so bad. Okay. Anyways, number 3A, discuss the questions and how materialistic are you? Okay, in a few minutes, I'm going to put you in pairs, all right? But first, let me explain some of these words. All right. Do you like to have all the latest gadgets? The latest gadgets. The latest gadgets is the newest gadgets. A gadget is an electronic, okay? Usually small. You know, we're not talking like a gadget like um, an electric car. No, something small like a computer, a cell phone, a tablet, watch. You know, do you like to have the newest electronics? Okay. Could you live without a credit card? Is it possible for you to live with no credit card? Are you attached to your possessions? Have you ever gotten upset because you lost or broke something valuable? All right. Upset, you know, sad, angry. Valuable, something that is a lot, costs a lot of money. Do you often buy things you don't need? Okay. So I'm gonna put you in groups, and I want you to discuss these questions for 6 minutes. Okay, until 5:40, and then in 6 minutes over, come back to the room. All right. Yasmin, you're going to work with Jackie, and Ismail, you stay here with me. All right. Please go to your breakout room. All right, Ismail. Uh, First, I want to say thank you for coming to the classes every day, man, and participating more. I really, really appreciate it. It makes me happy, man. Um, Now, let's discuss these questions. Now, I ask one thing from you, Isma. I ask you to give as much information as possible with your answers. You know, speak. Try to speak as much as possible. You can ask me first, and then I'll ask you the question. Okay?
Okay. Do you like, to have all the latest jackets?
Yes, man. I do love it. To be honest, I don't have the latest gadgets. You know, my phone, it's an iPhone, but it's from 2016. It's old. It's 4 years old. My laptop, it's a MacBook, but it's old. It's 2009. But honestly, the latest gadgets are always the best, and it's nice to have those things because they make your life easier, man, and they make it more interesting. You live faster. You can do more things. You know. Um, Number one is, man, do you like to have all the latest gadgets?
Yeah, I think yeah, because for example, my cell phone I use always. I don't have a laptop. It's to upload my file, but it's necessary for some homeworks and things like that. Um, for a tablet, possible is for Jam or some apps of more specific on the cell phone. It's not possible.
True, it's true, man. And you know, if you have like a new cell phone, like let's say for example you had the iPhone 11 Pro. If you play games on a cell phone on an iPhone 11 Pro, it's way better than playing on an old phone because the processor is faster, the graphics are beautiful, it's a big screen, and it's a different experience, right? It's a different experience. But let's continue to the next question, Ismail. I'm ready.
I guess, no?
Yeah, ask me.
Yeah. Uh, could you live without a credit card?
You know, up until I was 22, no, up until I was 23 years old, I didn't have a credit card. So, I'm new to the credit card thing. I got one in February. And honestly, ever since I got a credit card, my life changed. Everything became easier. You know, I am responsible. So, but with the credit card, you can buy things when you don't have money. Okay. For example, if I see something that costs, let's say 4,000 pesos, but I only have 2,000. But in 2 days, I receive my quincena. And in my quincena, I'm going to have 8,000 pesos. So I can buy the thing on credit, boom, no interest, and in the quincena, I pay my credit. So it makes life easier. When you need to make a big purchase, you can buy anything, but you just have to pay it back. If you're responsible, a credit card is really, really good. And I'm not going to ask you the question because, well, you're not 18. You can't have a credit card yet. So number 3 is are you very attached to your possessions?
Uh, I don't know, really. I think, yeah, maybe. For sometimes, for example, with my cell phones, not, I don't like to share my cell phones
Oh,
or no, or something things I think is valuable, is very valuable for me or things like that. But for other things, I think share my things.
okay, okay. I understand about the cell phone thing. It's kind of like personal information in the cell phone, right? So it's kind of difficult to share that. In my case, I I am not attached to my possessions. I let my cousin borrow my cell phone, my sister, and so they can use Zoom, so they can talk to their friends. Um, but some things are very important or special to me. Like my wedding ring is very special to me, and I don't want to lose it. Right. Number 4.
You ever gotten upset because you lost or broken something valuable?
Um, yes, yes. When I broke my laptop, I was really angry, man, because the laptop it was cheap. It was 4,000 pesos. But man, that's 4,000 pesos in the trash when I broke the laptop. And I had to buy another laptop, man. It was kind of expensive. You know, so this year I've been in a lot of debt, but it's cool. How about you? Have you ever gotten upset because you lost or broke something valuable?
Really, no. I save all my things clearly, or how do you say cuidadosamente?
Careful, carefully.
Yeah, carefully. And I hardly ever broken something below.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad.
Question five. Do you often buy things you don't need?
I think my biggest problem when it comes to buying things is food. You know, sometimes like I will have food in my house, but I prefer to go out to buy Chinese food or to get some chicken or some tacos. But I always have food in my refrigerator, so I think that's one of my bad habits. I spend money on food. How about you, Ismail?
Yeah, sometimes. But I don't see I don't see the meaning of need. For example, my mind says need some colors or a pen or a pencil, then I buy.
Yeah.
Or for example, other things that I think I don't understand the meaning need for the quest of for this case. But yes,
All right, all right. That's good.
how about you?
How about me? What?
For the first question. Oh no,
For the
you answer, no? Okay,
Yeah, I
my
already
bad.
answered. Okay, great. Well, let's wait for the girls to come back.
Good to see you, man.
See you too, man. Be
See you
safe over
later.
there. See you. Take care.
Thank you. What unit are you studying with this group? Are you unit
We're on unit 9.
unit 9? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I need to take some classes.
Yes.
Unit 9. Okay. That's good. See you, man. Thank you.
See you. No problem. Take care.
CD number 3, page 86. Page 87. 2. Grammar. Reported speech. When you report the things people say, the Page 87. 3. Speaking and listening.
All right. So now we're going to listen to another person, and I want you to listen to Howard answer the questions above. Take notes, then compare with a partner. Okay. Do you like to have all the latest gadgets? Okay. Write down the notes. We will stop one by one. Okay.
Who's materialistic? B. Listen to Howard answer the questions above. Take notes. Then compare with a partner. How much detail can you remember? 1.
Do you like to have all the latest gadgets?
No way. I'm not interested in gadgets at all.
Number 1, what is the answer?
You didn't answer thing in face.
Yes. No way. He's not interested in gadgets at all. Number 2, could you live without a credit card?
I think they're a waste of time and money. Worse, they end up controlling your whole life. You won't believe this, but I don't even have an answering machine at home. No MP3 player, no digital camera, and definitely no cell phone. I can't stand those things. You know, a friend of mine had one of those handheld things with all his appointments and addresses and everything in it, and then he lost it somewhere. Poof, gone. He was totally freaked out. So, you know, forget about that. I write all my appointments in a good old-fashioned desk calendar.
2.
Could you live without a credit card?
Well, that's a good question. I don't like owing money. I mean, I never keep a balance on my credit cards. I pay them off every month. So in that sense, I could live without one. But I like to travel, and you really need a credit card for that. Like to buy airline tickets, right? And I wouldn't want to carry cash with me everywhere I went. What if you were going away for 2 weeks and you needed to pay for everything in cash? Hotels and things? I don't think they'd even let you rent a car without a credit card. Or you could get robbed, and then what would you do? So, no. I guess I couldn't live without a credit card.
3.
Could you live without a credit card? He said, yes or no? What did he say? Anybody? No? You want me to repeat it? Yeah, I'll repeat it.
I don't think they'd even let you rent a car without a credit card. Or you could get robbed,
Listen.
and then what would you do? So, no. I guess I couldn't live without a credit card.
Yes or no? Yeah, exactly. No, he couldn't live without a credit card. Okay. Number 3.
3.
Are you very attached to your possessions?
It depends. Some things yes, and some things no. Like, I have some artwork and gifts from friends, and souvenirs from trips and things like that. I'd be really upset if anything happened to those. But you could take away almost everything else, and I wouldn't care. Like, sometimes I think it would be fun to move somewhere really far away, and maybe I wouldn't be able to take all my stuff with me. No problem. I'd be way more interested in the adventure than in my possessions. Leaving a lot of stuff behind wouldn't bother me at all.
4.
Have you ever gotten upset
All right, number 3. Are you very attached to your possessions? What did he say?
It's a pen.
Some things.
Yes, something, no?
He is attached to some things. You know, like his personal things, like when he went on trips and gifts. And next question, have you ever gotten upset because you lost or broke something valuable?
because you lost or broke something valuable?
Well, one time I lost my watch. I was in Puerto Rico on vacation. I was having a really great time. And, to tell you the truth, I have no idea when I lost it. It must have been at the beach. I looked all over, retraced my steps and everything. But it was gone. Anyway, it was a great watch from the 1950s. Vintage. One of a kind. I got it in Paris, and people used to compliment me on it all the time. I really, really liked it. So, yeah, I was pretty upset. And you know what made it worse? I didn't lose the watch until the very last day of the vacation. So I'm still wearing it in all of the photos we took on the trip. I still can't look at those pictures without feeling bad all over again.
So, yes or no?
Yes.
What did he lose?
The watch.
Watch.
Yes. He lost an antique watch and got really upset. And the last one, do you often buy things you don't need?
5,
Do you often buy things you don't need?
That's a loaded question. What do you mean by need? Let's just say that I don't like a lot of clutter in my life, so I don't have a lot of things. I'm not a collector. On the other hand, I'm really picky, so when I do buy something, it has to be just right. I usually shop around until I find exactly what I'm looking for. If it's something big, I might even go back to the store a few times before I make up my mind to buy it. So I'm not an impulse buyer. I never get home with something I just bought, take it out of the bag, and say to myself, "Whoa, why did I buy that?"
So, does he buy things he doesn't need? Yay or nay? Or want me to play it again?
Let's just say that I don't like a lot of clutter in my life, so I don't have a lot of things. I'm not a collector. On the other hand, I'm really picky, so when I do buy something, it has to be just right. I usually shop around until I find exactly what I'm looking for. If it's something big, I might even go back to the store a few times before I make up my mind to buy it. So I'm not an impulse buyer. I never get home with something I just bought, take it out of the bag, and say to myself, "Whoa, why did I buy that?"
So, does he buy things he doesn't need? Yes or no? Nobody? Yasmin, what do you think?
Please say not a collection, but another hand, I buy, I don't know, maybe, sometimes.
In this case, no, he's not. No, he doesn't. He says, I think that expression, he used it incorrectly. He said, on the other hand, he's very picky when he chooses to buy things. So he always takes his time. He's not an impulsive buyer. All right. And that is his answer. No, he's not. He doesn't buy things he doesn't need. All right. So we are about to finish. Tell me, guys, how do you feel with reported speech? Is it still easy? I know in the beginning of the class you told me it was easy. Do you still think it's easy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. Ismail, you think it's good? It's easy to you? All right. I want to say congratulations, guys, because usually people have difficult time with this grammar, but for you it was easy. All right. You did a very good job. All right. Only one page for homework. Homework is page 67. Okay, in the workbook. And of course, if you also have time, please watch a movie in that website that I gave you for free. Watch it in English with the English subtitles. Do that consistently and you will learn a lot more English and quicker. All right. Any questions?
No.
All right, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming to the class today. Have a good night.
See you.
See ya.